One thing that I like about this school are the teachers. They are really good. They know what they're doing and they're really good at teaching. They're very enthusiastic and they make learning fun. If maybe one of the students isn't understanding something, they're always more than willing to spend one-on-one time with them and to make sure that they understand. So they're always really encouraging. And one thing that means a lot to me is that not only do they know each of us by our names, but you can feel that they care about you and your success in life, which is, like I said, means a lot to me, and it is something you don't find a lot in teachers.
I love coming to Thomas Edison Charter School because I get a whole lot of O's. My teachers are nice.
There are 1,000 reasons why I love teaching at Thomas Edison. I feel like anytime I get on this subject, I could talk all day about it. I absolutely love the positivity here. That's the number one difference from Thomas Edison and other schools. I feel like you walk in here and you're automatically greeted by someone. Hey, how are you doing? Are you having a wonderful day? We have a positive principal. Administration, so amazing to work with. And we can tell that the teachers really care. They really want to be here. They're excited to be here. The students are willing to work hard because they not only love their teacher, but they love school. They want to show up every day and they have a good time here.
And the curriculum is very advanced. It really prepares you for later in life. The dress code is really great because everyone feels equal and they're not bullied about what they're wearing, and it makes a better learning environment.
Teachers at Thomas Edison Charter School are awesome. They have an amazing curriculum with things that I love: PE, art, music, library, reading, tablets, and recess.
When I first came to visit this school when we first moved to Cache Valley, I came in and I thought, this school is really clean and organized. And that might not seem important to a lot of people, but it was really important to me. And it is important to children's brains. When they're coming here and they're learning new things, trying to organize this environment is really challenging. And so I love that the school is clean. The classrooms are incredibly organized and clean. All the classrooms from teacher to teacher you'll find are extremely similar. The teaching style will be identical between the classes, and so you're going to have a great experience in any class that you're in this school. Going along with the how they move from class to class, you're going to see those identical classrooms, the curriculum, the teachers with positive reinforcement. But you're also going to be able to track your children's progress from year to year because of that.
I love Thomas Edison because the people here are really good influences on each other, and we really motivate each other to get good scores on tests and just succeed in classes and get good grades.
We are a public charter school, which means there's no tuition. We know our mission statement and our philosophy, and we know who we are. Parents that choose our school know what they're getting. We actively focus on all aspects of our program being student-centered. You can feel the difference the second you walk through our doors.
I really enjoy teaching at Thomas Edison Charter School. I love the camaraderie among the teachers. I work with some amazing teachers, great staff. The students are what we're here for. They're the reason we're teaching. We have a real student-focused school here. I have students come back years after they've left the school. They'll return and they'll say, Mr. Packard, we just loved coming here to Thomas Edison. I loved your classes. I learned so much. That's really great to hear that we're making a difference in these kids' lives.
As indicated in the mission statement of Thomas Edison Charter Schools, the school is here to provide all students with the fundamental knowledge, skills, and discipline to become reputable citizens and successful individuals in our society, and to become high achievers. When my wife and I were deciding what school we would send our children, we researched several of the schools in the area, and we found that Thomas Edison was the best program to help our children become high achievers. And we came and visited Thomas Edison before we sent our children here, and we were amazed on our first visit by the the expectations of the staff for the students. The staff, the teachers, everybody involved wanted the children to become the best they could be. A push for excellence here, and we were really amazed with that. And that really made our decision easy, because we knew that of all the schools in the area, that Thomas Edison would help our children become the very best that they could be. And now my children, they're not Einsteins, they're normal kids. You know, I'm not saying I have multiple degrees from an Ivy League school or anything like that, but I do want my children to become the best they can be. And we actually found that Thomas Edison, that this program was an extension of our home in a way. We have high standards and we have high expectations for our kids. And we found that here at Thomas Edison, that they carried on those principles and those ideals we had for our own children. And so we ended up sending them here.
One of the things that we really like about Thomas Edison Charter School is the positive reinforcement that is part of the classroom setting. And we love that because we believe that all kids react well to positive reinforcement, no matter what their learning style, especially in the younger grades. I think a lot of children maybe aren't focused on learning as much yet because they really aren't developed in that area yet, but they are focused on loving their teacher and having a good positive social experience. And I think this school does a really great job.
Our feeling has always been, especially in those early grades, K through 3 or 4th grade maybe, that the most important thing that a school can teach is to teach a child to love school, to love being there, loving the social aspect. And even for kids who learning is hard, if they love school, then they will stick with it. And so that's really important to us, and we've seen some things where teachers have done things to really focus on that and help, especially our son, to where he just loves being here, even at times when he's struggling with the school part of it, the work part of it. He still gets up in the morning, loves to come, loves to keep trying, and that's really important to us.
We wanted to have him learn how to read very, very well and feel proficient in language arts and in math. And we decided that there was this lady in our neighborhood that had their children going to the Franklin schools, and they were very happy with the curriculum that was there, and told us about Spalding and how they taught language arts. And we went and researched that school, and it was a match for our child. And the nice thing about it was that it was on the cutting edge of school of choice in the United States. It was 13 years before the very first charter school, and there was quite a waiting list. There was a lottery, and we had his name put in at both campuses, and he was able to get into the second campus, and we were very thrilled with his experience there. When we moved here, we saw a huge difference in what the public schools offered in terms of curriculum. And when he was tested by the principal, he had just barely finished the second grade, and he was testing in the 97th percentile of the 5th graders. So he was 3 grade levels ahead. And at Franklin, he wasn't even the top one in the class. And so there was something very special about what he learned at Franklin that made it a very unique, exciting curriculum. And we would put him into the school here, and he would come home crying. He was bored. And so I promised him that I would do everything in my power to bring here to Cache Valley the same kind of school that he experienced in Arizona. And I homeschooled him for a while we were doing the legislative process and writing the charter. And he actually wrote a paper that he presented to a subcommittee at the state legislature. And so many people in the press knew who he was, and he was only 8 years old at the time.
So after we moved from Mesa, Arizona to here and went through this initial action and we knew that we had to bring that option here to Cache Valley. Not only for our children, but also we knew that many parents who had children deserved to have that option like we had in Mesa, Arizona. It was a K through 6 program that first year, 2002, 1 class per grade. There were 215 students that year. And since then it has grown. We're grateful and pleased to see that the school has expanded to 2 campuses. almost 1,400 students now this past year, and growing. The Thomas Edison Charter School mission statement is that it will provide students the knowledge, tools, and discipline and skills necessary to be reputable citizens and high achievers. That is really what we're looking forward. We're looking forward to when students graduate from this school and move on to their secondary educations, that they will be the high achievers in those schools and also into college and beyond. That was really the goal of the Franklin program in Arizona, and we're seeing it happen here.
Okay. Patriotism is part of our charter. Each morning we meet together as a school to celebrate 100% homework, do announcements, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Once a week we sing the national anthem. It's a great way to start our day. Homework is an integral part of our program. It's not optional. The primary purpose of homework is to teach students time management skills and personal responsibility. It is also a means of communication with parents. It's a means of assessment for teachers and a way for students to reinforce what they've learned in class. Students must complete nightly homework Monday through Thursday in order to be successful in our program. Homework times range from 15 minutes in kindergarten and increase by grade level until they reach middle school. Homework for all students consists of math, spelling, reading, and poetry memorization. As students complete their homework, they feel a sense of accomplishment and pride in themselves, as well as gaining valuable skills that will serve them their entire lives.
So the Thomas Edison program is unique in its approach to education. We believe in creating a unified effort with the home environment. The school and home need to be on the same page when it comes to fulfilling their responsibilities in order to provide the best place for educating the student. We believe that the home is responsible for transporting the student to and from their home and to school, making sure that that happens in a timely manner and arriving on time. We also do not have a lunch program, so parents are responsible for their child's nutritional needs. And the school, we are responsible for their academic needs. We are able to do that when we cooperate with the home and the home cooperates with us. As we work together, the student then is able to succeed at a higher level. Parents that choose Thomas Edison do so because they are on board with these educational philosophies and they believe that they have a responsibility to educate their student just as much as the school does.
I am a parent and a teacher here at Thomas Edison. I came here first as a parent and observed and thought, this is fantastic. This is exactly where I want my kids to be. And that evolved to, this is where I want to be. Now, my kids, when I came to observe, the thing that stood out to me is the parent involvement. I was looking for a place where I was wanted. And of course, parents are wanted at every school to be a part of the homework and if any behavior problems, but they wanted me to be a part of the culture, to be in the school and invested. It wasn't that they allowed me, they expected me to be here in the classroom and to see how they taught so I could reinforce that at home. And that was powerful. That is exactly what I was looking for. That again evolved into me wanting to be here as a teacher. And now seeing it from the other side, I love that the parents want to be here and they're invested in their child's education. Here in the library, and this is where I work, I have so many parents who want to come and be a part of the discussion and the decisions of what books are here in the library, but also the quality of literature, and that they know what their kids are reading, not so much to determine what they can and can't read, but so they can have discussions at home and have a chance to know what they can discuss with their kids on real-world problems or things that they think are important. And I love that the parents think that this is an important place to be, and I love that.
The consistency in the curriculum helps parents a ton, where you just know what to expect and what needs to be done each day. And that's the case from K through probably till they hit middle school and start going to different classes. But that whole time, because it's consistent from year to year as a parent, it makes it easy to help your child with school. And like Rachel was saying, you learn it along if you have to. Even with the like the phonograms and that type of thing, I'm still probably more clueless than most parents, but even have a class that parents can come to learn because it's not stuff that they taught when we were growing up. So they make being a good parent as far as helping your kids with school very easy
And we feel like when the curriculum and the classroom environment is positive, and that's something teachers strive to be like every day, that also creates really great teachers who are always thinking of positive things to say. They really give kids a lot of opportunities to improve without putting them down, which I think is really, really great. So we have positive teachers who create positive students, and it's just like a circle that just happens. So
another really important aspect of our program is that we provide and expect our parents, especially the new parents to our school, that they attend a 10-hour official Spalding parent course where they learn tools that they are able to use to assist their students at home.
There is so much to love about Thomas Edison Charter Schools. One of the very best parts of our program is the expectation that we have for parental involvement. It's one of our founding principles, it's one of our basic tenets, and it's just such an important part of our school. Because Thomas Edison is a school of choice, our parents are actively making that choice to be really involved. They are choosing a really, really high level of involvement. The educational experience in the life of a child is so critical, and as parents at Thomas Edison, we get to really take an active role in shaping that. There are so many ways to be involved that when you enroll your child at Thomas Edison, you are a member of the parent organization. You're part of us. And there are so many opportunities to fit every schedule, every situation. You can be a classroom helper, you can help plan parties, you can help with assemblies, you can help in the library, you can help with the book fair, you can help at home. There are so many ways to do that. There are opportunities for parents to even serve in kind of top-level ways on school funding committees, school achievement committees, or even as a member of the governing board.
My daughter is in 4th grade this year, and the reason we chose Thomas Edison because of its academic approach here. We really wanted our kids to go more in academics and work with like computers and all the other extracurricular activities, which we really like here. Thomas Edison really gave them opportunity to push like in Geography B or the science projects and everything.
We also have a unique approach to testing, where the state puts requirements on teachers and educators to make sure that their students are passing the test. We take the approach that as long as we provide an academic environment for the students to be successful, then they'll perform just fine on the test without having to teach to the test. So basically, we are teaching our students how to test by getting the academic needs that they get from their classroom. We want the home environment to support their students by providing a place for them to do their homework. A quiet place at home will allow the student to extend the school day. When there's a balance between home and school, then the students are able to succeed.
I like poems because we get to stand up and perform in front of the class, and we have poems every term, and there are 6 terms. And I like to bring props and do actions for my poem. And we get to recite. There's a few poems to pick out of, and we get to recite one of them that we picked.
You know, one of the reasons I like teaching here is because of the students. They're so motivated, and I really don't think that we have an average sampling of the population. We attract a really high-end, hard-working group of kids with different competitions we've done. We do the History Fair competition. It's a national competition, and we've had several kids place in the top 10 in the nation. We've had a national champion come from this school, and it just goes to show the quality of kids that come here and how successful they are here.
At Thomas Edison Charter Schools, we provide a rigorous curriculum. We service students from kindergarten through 8th grade. The Spalding method is the comprehensive language arts program that we use to teach reading, writing, and spelling. These subjects are integrated so that in any given classroom K through 5, the same words that students would use to spell for any given week would also be used to write different types of sentences. They would also be used in the reading, so that any type of writing that the students are working on, they're also reading during that same week, which provides a really fluid experience for them. Both manuscript and cursive writing are highly emphasized, and they're taught precisely, and we take great pride in the handwriting that our students do. Our schools are among 14 schools in the world that have achieved the rigorous requirements for Spalding accreditation. On staff, we have 3 executive trainers, 7 Spalding certified teachers, and all of our teachers and aides are trained and supported in the method. We teach the Saxon math program 1 year ahead in grades K through 5 and use placement tests in middle school to assure that students work on math appropriate to their developmental level. The Saxon math curriculum has an incremental structure and distributes content throughout the year. This integrated and connected approach provides deep, long-term mastery of basic and advanced mathematical principles. Our program meets and exceeds all state requirements. Our well-rounded program also includes recess in the elementary grades, PE, computers, art, music, library, and we offer band and orchestra starting in the 4th grade. The highly structured program we offer, coupled with our high level of support for teachers, creates a unified and consistent program. We work hard to assure the same quality of instruction, learning, and engagement are occurring in every classroom on each campus.
I like it because how advanced it is. Like, the teachers here, they expect the best of you. They want you to succeed in life, and they want to prepare you for what's going to come up later on.
I can't say enough good about the middle school and junior high here. It's because of the incredible teachers that they've got here. They are really an outstanding group. They reach out. I think that the middle school age is a time when kids can generally that can be a difficult time of life, and they can get lost in the cracks. They can kind of hide and not be noticed, and that can happen in a larger school, and I've seen that. But that just doesn't happen here at Thomas Edison. It's a smaller school, and the teachers don't let the kids fall. They reach out to each one individually, and I've watched, I see a lot of learning going on. I see a lot of laughter. I see a lot of fun. And to me, that creates a very positive learning environment and experience for the kids, and it works.
And it's just a really great environment. They walk into this classroom and they're excited about their learning, and we're excited to have them here. And I feel like it's a place where they can grow and they can build on the things that they're excited about. It's a very positive environment. We teach them, a lot of these really basic skills that they need for the rest of their education career, how to sit and how to learn and how to pay attention and raise their hand and all of those things, and we do it in such a positive way that they feel excited and they feel successful about their learning. And I think that's something that's really great about teaching here at Thomas Edison.
At Thomas Edison Charter School, we have a very unique program for teacher development and support. We start with making many contact hours with our new teaching candidates just to ensure that we hire the very best. All new teachers take a 2-week Spalding course in the summer, even if they're not language arts teachers. And we do this because the Spalding class is so good at teaching teachers how to be very child-centered and have high expectations for their students, both academically as well as behaviorally. Later in the summer, all of our new teachers spend another full week in teacher training. Here we cover topics like classroom management, routines to help establish a nice, smooth classroom each day, as well as our philosophy, because they really need to come to know who we are and what to expect. We have 2 full-time directors of instruction, and our sole purpose is to get in the classrooms and observe teachers teach. We go observe first-year teachers on a weekly basis. We give them written feedback, we meet with them and talk with them. We'll even go in and do demonstration lessons in their classroom if they want to see a specific topic taught, or if they just want some other ideas on how to approach certain instructional strategies. Even our veteran teachers get observed at least 4 times a year and receive written feedback. We also ask all of our teachers to go out and do peer observations. We feel like it's one of the most powerful tools when teachers watch each other teach and get ideas from them. Our teachers also work together. Every month they collaborate in departments. So our math teachers get together to collaborate, or all of our third grade teachers get together. This allows them to work on curriculum and just share ideas with each other. We also meet on our own campuses as elementary teachers or as middle school teachers, again, to collaborate specifically for certain grade levels and to share and give ideas to one another. This type of collaboration is not just good for new teachers, it's also good for experienced teachers.
There are aides in each classroom, so the teachers, they really have support of an aide in the classroom full-time that's helping them, especially in the elementary grades. I think that's important, and I think it's well utilized here at the school. Another thing that I appreciate that they do here is that the administrators and the teachers, they do a lot of peer reviews. So the administrators are in the classroom, kind of evaluating teachers and observing, and then the teachers get to go and observe other teachers in the school, and they're given the time to do that. And I really think that facilitates learning and just growth professionally for the teachers as well.
Another reason I really love working here is that the people are amazing, both the students and the teachers. My colleagues are a big reason that I work here. We have high quality, amazing teachers who love kids, but they're really excited about their subject matter too. They're passionate and they're lifelong learners. And the kids are just amazing. They're always giving it their best shot and they're willing to learn, and I really appreciate that. So that's why I like working here. That's why I stay here.
When we first moved to Utah in 2006, from California, we became a little disappointed in what we were getting for our kids in the public schools. And then we moved to Cache Valley in 2008, and we learned about this charter school, about Thomas Edison. And at first, I didn't really know enough about charter schools to know what it was all about. Then when we started learning more, we learned that Thomas Edison's charter mainly focuses on higher academics. That was really appealing to us. So when we checked it out, we decided to enroll our kids here, and ever since we've been really pleased with the level of challenge that our own children have received. Primarily, our two children that are in high school now tell everybody that they feel like they were a lot more prepared for high school because they came here. They're their top students in writing, in history, in math, and they've felt that high school has been not as challenging or overwhelming because they were able to come here. I knew that there was no other place that I would want to be a teacher than here, because those same values of excellence that I already had professionally, I was going to be able to teach now and prepare the kids for the really strong skills they needed for the future. And I've been so happy to work here because of that. Additionally, what I learned that improvement for each of the employees is really important, but really hard to achieve, because adults have a hard time telling each other how they need to improve and how they can do better. Thomas Edison does a great job of giving the teacher support. We are observed regularly, and we're given really positive and very critical but constructive criticism to help us be excellent. The reason why that's important to me as a parent is because I know that the teachers are striving for excellence, and the administration helps them have that excellence.
At Thomas Edison, the teachers care about my children on a personal level. They take the time to give them the extra encouragement, the extra help, anything that's needed to help them succeed both academically and personally. Unfortunately, we had a tragedy in our family, and I got to see a different side of Thomas Edison, a personal side that was amazing, and it made me love the school even more. I am extremely happy, and I feel very, very fortunate to have started my children here at Thomas Edison. And anyone and everyone that I know, I love to share with them how much I love this school and how much I feel like it will help my children succeed and teach them valuable life skills, not only academically, but the things that they'll need to know as they get older and pursue life. I am very, very happy with everything here, and I am looking forward to many more years here and encourage anyone who is looking at this school to come here. You will love it.